Hey, this Russell back again with another episode. Yeah, it's I got a sinus infection, so my commentary might not be the best today, and my gameplay might also suffer a little bit. But I don't think it will too much. I'm on like the latter end of that sinus infection. I'm like in the middle of my course of antibiotics, but I took a couple days off of work, but I think I'm going to be able to go back to work tomorrow. Like I'm no longer getting like the headaches, and I don't wake up like with like a stuffy throat anymore when I wake up in the morning and stuff like that. So I think I'm okay. I mean, part of this recording this video is actually to test that. Part of it is because I haven't recorded a video yet for this week, so if I'm going to have it upload this week, I do need to record. But I'll see how I feel after this video too, as a way to gauge myself, or if I'm ready to go to work tomorrow, or if I should stay home just one extra day. Uh, yeah. So trying to think, just wiping my nose real fast while I think. Uh, we're going to release this, and we have to figure out when we want to release it. So if we're to release it in like November, before like the next sports game comes out, we'll get like an extra like month of sales before their game comes out. But it would probably still be pretty buggy. I don't have anything like stopping me from holding on to it. Like I'm not gonna go like bankrupt or anything like that anytime soon. So I think I'm safe to pretty much just work on this and iron out all the bugs, and then maybe like at the beginning of January or something like that release it. Um, Other than that, I can't really think of. The problem is, part of the problem is that our sports reputation is kind of degrading. So having it that far out might not be good, but then having it so close behind the other sports game is also a little worrying. Um, so I just don't know. I don't think I have to commit to it for another couple months. So let's just see how many bugs we do in the next few days. See, part of the problem is I know like if I don't like fix like enough of the bugs, that it's gonna be like a pain in the butt for me when when whatchamacallit, when I release the game, because then I'll have more bugs I'll need to like patch afterwards. So that being the case, again, I don't think there's like any reason for me not to hold on to it. I'm already getting a little disoriented. I don't think I'll be able to go to work tomorrow. The rain is a little disorienting for me, as crazy as that sounds. So I have to like blink with my eyes. Uh, yeah. So I'm working on the computer. At the end of this year, I'll be able to upgrade my computers actually to the next level, and yeah, pretty nice stuff. Trying to think. So September. So if we're gonna have to commit to it, we'll have to like commit to it like today, because we'll want to have like the press build go out today. No, I'm not gonna release it right away. I'm gonna give myself some space from the next sports game and make sure that I'm able to release it in a good time. And again, it's fine for me to just sit here and work on this for a while. In the meantime, I guess I can just relax. I guess. I mean, I could start another project. Um, but I don't want to be handling another project at the same time as doing support for this one. So yeah, no. Trying to think. I do wish. So if I was to ever do this again, I wouldn't do like this whole artist thing because this seems to be bugged out where I can't add like the last free on the artist for some reason. That's annoying. And I wouldn't educate. I wouldn't put. Where is it? What the heck? I want to like be able to look at. Ah, here it is. I would probably put two into support and one into marketing, and then maybe later, if I can finally get the other point, make it free in support. Um, do that. So yeah, it might be something I'd like to do eventually. So yeah, I didn't do it yesterday. I didn't make the press build go out. I'm just going to go ahead and release the game much later. And getting pretty exhausted by the end of the day. But my energy didn't run out completely. I'm curious to see how many bugs I can fix in that time. There's no real point in marketing it now, because if I market it now, I mean, it doesn't hurt. Just I don't want to like put like time into hyping it. I guess it just seems kind of like a waste. So let's do January of 2001 as a day to commit to. We'll go ahead and do that. 1 year and 1 month. The press release seems like a bit too much to do, so we'll do this a press build. Just to let people know that the next esports will be coming eventually. I hope that does something for our sports reputation. I don't know if it will. Like, people are going to be like, oh yeah, he is going to release a new game. And, yeah. So let's see, we got to put this on fast forward for a while. It'd be interesting if there was like an even faster fast forward button. Maybe it can be modded in or something like that. But that could be neat. We are looking pretty good with like the wind power stuff. I guess we'll eventually make the money back. We're getting pretty decent money from it. It's different on different days. Like you can even see like it slow down and speed up on there. If I go to finances, we can kind of see the graph of it so far. Where is it? Chart. Utilities, here it is. So we have like the whole like electricity produced chart where it's going up and down. You can get like a sense of the income with that. So yeah, it's pretty interesting stuff. In fact, I wonder if there's just a way to, so we're making quite a bit now because you can see they're spinning at a decent speed. Overall, it fluctuates. Again, I'm not 100% sure it was worth it investing into windmills. It's something I've never really experimented with enough to know. I assume you have to install the windmills like by a certain year before they become like profitable enough to pay for themselves. Does that make sense? Like if you do it like in the year 2000, build like a ton of 2020, my bad, and like build a ton of windmills, there ain't much point to that because there's only like 5 or so years left of the game. I think that's when the game ends, 2025 or something like that. It could be 2020. My point is, if you do it so late in the game, you won't have enough time to make back the money. So I wonder like what that threshold is. I could just do a test on it, like in a test game, if I wanted to kind of test that. So we had a spike last time around in terms of the electricity produced, which is kind of cool. We do have like a whatchamacallit, esports simulator. It's not well known in this market. We only learned about it. My new big hit. It has all the new features. You may want to try it yourself. Nice. So we have 135 followers and slowly rising. And yeah, we're fixing quite a few bugs. I'm hoping we can do like most of the bugs really. Be really nice to have like an almost bug-free game. Make the support a bit more manageable. If the game blows up too much, we won't be able to support it, So the less bugs we have in the game makes it a little more likely we'd be able to hold on to the IP ourselves and won't have to sell it. Yeah, it'd be nice to have the IP for ourselves. Speaking of IPs, if I go to all software and I go to creator down, or maybe I just have to go like up. Oh wait, those aren't mine. My bad. Hold on. I'm confused. Where would I be able to see? So that's a company that owns it, though. Okay. So wait, we have GPU renderer right here, and that's owned by these guys, and they only have how many people left on it? 9,000 active users. So if I was to trade IP 498,000, still not worth it. So eventually it'd be nice to get a hold of that one again. Could have been really cool if I had like a big company. I could have funded like a ton of stuff with this. But yeah. They also bought Total War First Person, and they still have 40,000 active users on that, and they're still making a huge profit off of that. So you see, the profits that they're making off of these things are really good. Like they're actually like really good like pieces of work. The problem was I wasn't able to hold on to it because they just blew up too hard. Not again. I would have liked to put like a little bit more of my own whatchamacallit in it. Uh, what's the word I'm looking for? A little bit more service stats into my dude. But you know, you live and you learn. Maybe I'll be able to do another follow up playthrough on this one. Maybe I don't know. Probably not worth it, but you don't know. I learned a lot in this playthrough, so maybe it would be nice to do just another one man, one employee challenge again, applying all that I learned. Uh, so yeah, I'm interested to try solar panels. I don't know if that is like going to be like better or worse than windmills. I feel like because you have different seasons, so like it'd probably be better like in a different place where it wouldn't like snow during the winter. Maybe I don't really know. I don't really know how viable windmills are or solar panels are compared to windmills. Um, I don't know if it's really worth going down that rabbit hole too much this playthrough. And I think the big money it rarely comes from, you know, these things. This is more of like a backup. You know, with these we can never go bankrupt, which is nice. It'll already be always be enough to support the cost of our house and our maintenance and all of that stuff. So we get to live in this house for life if we don't expand the house later on, at least. Which I might want to add an expansion for. We do have some taller houses in the neighborhood. I'm looking at you over there, and I don't think that's allowed. I think we do have to have the biggest house in the neighborhood. We do have to flex. So I don't know if that entails tearing this house down and building a new one in its place, or um, you know, just straight up what should we call it? Oh, speaking of 2000, it's 2000. So let's go ahead and replace. Oh no, I didn't want to duplicate. Replace furniture with this one because this one 2015. Yep. And we'll go ahead and go down here and replace this one as well, even though I never use it. I wonder if like my guy would take the initiative, like if this computer broke up here, if he would start working on that computer while he waits for the IT to fix this one. I wonder if that's a thing that he would do. Maybe I would even just remove my IT to test that one day. But no. We are getting quite a few bugs done through this. And yeah, the bugs are going down. Are up, my bad. The bug fixes are going up, that's what I should say. I'm sweating like a pig in real life. Don't know why. And yeah, probably just one of the pills kicking in. Yeah. Yeah, I tend to overestimate myself. I think this will be like the only episode I'll record today, but I only needed one episode anyways in order to be able to upload it this week. Uh, and then next week I can probably, once I'm feeling better, just do like a full recording session of several episodes and get a bit more ahead on the gameplay. Uh, yeah, I'd wanted to do a lot of recording this week. I wanted to do like another like 3 hours of like Civ 3 recording. I have like a Civ 5 game that I'm recording right now. And I'm also post commentating over two Civ 5 things I'm doing. And then I have this game that I want to finish too, and I wanted to prioritize this one too over the other stuff, just because the other stuff I have like uploads for the next few weeks, but this one I don't. And yeah, So I will keep uploading this, of course. I won't let it sit. Um, Once a week, I'll upload a video for this. And yeah, I just got to get ahead in the recording when I'm feeling better. Yeah, I guess I'm a bit. I don't want to use the term sickly, but because it's not with like other sicknesses, but when it comes to like colds, they almost always turn into like a sinus infection for me. And I mean, there's exceptions to that. Like I have gotten colds without the sinus infection before, but yeah, for the most part, I always get like a sinus infection whenever I get a cold. I'm lucky to not have like it too bad this time around compared to like other times. There was one time where like I legit got like sinus infection, bronchitis, and like the flu like all at once. And it was horrible because like the bronchitis would make me like cough really hard. And then because I was coughing with like a really upset stomach from the flu, I'd like vomit a lot. And I lost like a ton of weight during that time. And since then I've regained the weight and everything, but it took like years to regain the weight after that. Like I was skinny. I looked like a tweaker for a while after I was sick, like that. Um, but yeah, I eventually gained back all the weight, and now I'm fatter than I was before. Um, but yeah, so sickness and fun. So yeah, the worst I get comes from like these like colds that always turn into sinus infections for me. Really, really annoying. Other than that, like I take fevers like anyone else. I take like any other kind of sickness like anyone else, and my immune system's pretty good against that kind of stuff. It's just colds always turn into sinus infections for me. That's why I don't want to use the term sickly, but it kind of seems like that because like that's like they call it the common cold for a reason. It's very common. So I don't know. I was already like a little careful, like not wear a mask careful before COVID. Now I wear like a mask places, but like I was still pretty careful about like my who I'd be around and stuff like that if they were sick and stuff like that before that, just because it's like you have a cold, ugh. And people like go to like school, like high school all the time with colds too. Um, so yeah, I get it pretty often. It's interesting because like up until COVID, I usually get like a sinus infection like once a year, and then when the COVID crisis hit, I hadn't gotten like a sinus infection for like maybe half a year before the COVID crisis. No, more than that. Like yeah, like more than half a year before the COVID crisis. And then during the whole COVID crisis, I didn't have a sinus infection, which really testifies to how much, like, I social distance and stuff like that during that time. So this is my first time getting a sinus infection, and I have multiple theories to how I got it. We had some people paint the inside of the house, uh, and I was around them, and we weren't wearing masks, and that was just dumb of me. But at around the same time, they were in my house, and I just like woke up and stuff like that, and was kind of groggily walking around and offering them drinks and stuff like that. So it's hard to like think in your right mind like that. Also, my wife has been like seeing friends and stuff like that. I don't want to blame her at all for that, but it's one of those things where it's just a possibility. I think more so it probably comes from you know the painters, but yeah. So yeah, and I'll probably do another press build at the beginning of November. Go ahead and skip 1 hour. And we got security guards chilling. And I'm curious how much more time I have for this episode. I think I have another like 5 or so minutes. So I'm actually what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna turn off my timer because I do want to release this, and then I want to have like the first couple days of the release. I don't want to like stop at the 25-minute mark if it means not being able to see this released. Because I do want to kind of know how this turns out, really. Um, It'd be nice to see it do really well. And what's our sports reputation? It's going down ever so slightly, but we fixed 341 bugs. I don't know how impressive that is, because I don't know how many bugs we had fixed on like these other ones before they were released. Let's go ahead and mark it with a press build and see if we can get it past like the 100 something mark that it was at before. Now I don't know if the press builds like lose effect over time, or if I'm gonna have like another like 150 or so people like there was before. Like that's kind of why I was hesitant to do the first press build so early. So I don't know if it's more efficient to just have like one press build right before you release, or two press builds with like a longer period of time between the two. Um, if you do like a press build every month, they'll kind of get pissed at you like on here, and they'll be like, "We heard about this a million times. Why do you keep giving us press builds?" Yeah, so you have to have like quite a bit of space between the press builds. Um, so yeah, let's go ahead and see what we need to do. So, well, we only had like a few followers from that. So, see, I should have waited to like announce my release date and release the press build like much later, because I don't think we're even going to have 100 followers for this because I chose to release it so late. Because I chose to do that initial press build so early. My bad. That's what I meant to say. So yeah, that was a bit inefficient on my part, but I'm not exactly known for my efficiency in this game. Let's see what the press has to say about it, though. Brains Inc. has pulled out press build. It might be worth your time. It's not well known in the market. We haven't really heard about it. Looks amazing. It has all the new features. It'll be out any moment now. That's right. It's out next year. And we're going to see how it does. Even if I have to go a little over time. Because I want to let it tick over a couple months and see, if we're basically able to handle it. Let's go ahead and cancel support for this. Which probably isn't going to be the best for a sports reputation. At the same time, we're not really going to be able to handle both at once. Let's go ahead and set this to released status and buy a ton of copies. So let's release 116. And what do people say? We have literally never heard of Brain Inc. Aww. Eastward Simulator 3D is a great quality, and Brain Taylor knocked it out of the park. Brain Taylor's brilliance shines through, plus the bugs are few and far between. Nice. So let's see how much we can market it on the first day. I don't remember what number we were able to market it at before, so I'll adjust it as it's going. And I'll also order... Although I don't really want to focus on marketing on the first day. I probably want to focus on updating it actually, to make it like today's technology. So let's go ahead and just do like 10 for now. Actually, no. Let's do like 4,000 for now. And then we'll do like an amount of, let's say like 100,000 copies. Let's just assume it's going to be like our biggest. Actually, let's do like 150,000 copies. Let's assume we're going to go like nuts with this. And we're going to go ahead and set update. We're going to set our SCM. We're going to bring it up to like the most highest to date technology we can. I don't even know if we'll be able to do this in one day. Let's see. And why not? Less than a year. Okay. Well, let's see if we can do this. I shouldn't have done the bugs just in case it takes more than one day, but I guess we'll see. So this will be our focus on the first day. 1%, 2%, let's see. Okay, I think we'll be able to finish it if we're already at like 50% at this time. Unless it slows down at the end. I don't know if it gets slower and slower throughout the day. Actually, it might. That's a little worrying. Ooh, I didn't think about that. 90%. Come on. 98. 99. Don't leave me hanging. Finish. Oh, thank God. Okay. And let's just see how much we can do. Oh, we can do a lot. Let's make it 6,000 just in case. We can do that. Maybe 7,000. So this is like cutting edge technology. And we'll even go and we'll do something stupid. We'll even like, okay, let's see what our releases are. So esports 3D. This is the only IP we own again, by the way. Actually, I thought I bought Encryptor. Didn't I buy Encryptor at one point back? I don't know. I'll have to check into that. So we have this in stock, 150,000. Let's see what our first month is. And we're at 5 million. Bam. Now we're at 7. And we got 39,000 active users. So what we're going to do is we're going to do something insane. We're just going to put like a ton into marketing and set it at like 10. And for the very first month, we're not going to do any customer service. We're just going to like go crazy on the marketing. And then after today's marketing, we'll stop marketing altogether and just focus on customer service after that. But we want to sell like a ton of copies first and then just kind of let it like die down the marketing on its own afterwards. Yeah, probably not the best of strategies really, but let's make it 25k. See if we can reach that mark. And if we reach that mark, I won't put any more into marketing. I don't even think we'll be able to reach that mark, but we might. Looks like we will. Just barely. Yeah, look at that. Now we're working on a couple bugs and then we leave. So let's see what that does for sales. 115 in stock to 66. Wow. Okay. So we made a ton of money. We're going to end marketing now. And we sold quite a bit. So let's order another like 40,000 copies. And now we just need to focus on like customer service. Like big time. But that'll be a problem for next episode because we're already pretty over time. We made out like a bandit. We have like a ton of fans now. We gained like some 40,000 fans. And the question is, do we want to be able to keep those fans and just sell this IP? Which actually probably let's even just look real fast how much like trading this IP would give us. So these guys would give us 4 million for it. I'm curious. I thought I bought back Encryptor OS or something like that, so it should be like on here, no? Or maybe I didn't buy it, or maybe I'm thinking of like a completely different playthrough. So let's go to where is it? Maybe I just didn't save it like after I did that. All companies, no. All software. Let's go by name because I remember that was the name. If I don't see it on here, then it just doesn't exist. Did I not make Encryptor OS this game? Okay, that's weird. Or maybe it just disappeared off the face of the earth in like an update or something. I don't know. They are updating the game regularly, so that could have happened. Because, hold on. Yeah, operating system. So I did make an operating system, and the reputation for it is going up still. What did I name it? Oh, I'm gonna have to go back in like the footage and see like what happened there. Cause yeah, I thought I made an operating system called like Encryptor OS, or maybe it's just like another game I'm thinking of. Cause that could be a bug right there. One of my things disappearing like that. Um, but yeah, like, comment, favorite, subscribe if you guys want to see more. Uh, I think I just discovered a bug, but I'll probably double check the footage to make sure it's a bug or something like that. And yeah, you guys have a good one. Bye.
Like, favorite, and subscribe if you guys want to see more. Always interested in your feedback down in the comment section. You guys have a good one. God bless.